The Western Conference playoff picture is an absolute dogfight, and the further we go through the NBA season, the more of a dogfight it's become, with so many teams very close together, jostling for position, which makes the extreme task of ranking each teams very difficult, but that's what we're going to be trying to do today right here on the Board YouTube channel. Drop a like if you enjoy, and remember to subscribe to the channel for more NBA content.
The Lakers,
they are
playing team.
So they're one game back of the Mavericks as the 8th seed. To get to the 6th seed, it's 3 games. I don't think they'll get there.
LeBron hurt his foot yesterday as well.
Do you think they get out of the play-in tournament?
No.
I feel pretty good about them in single elimination games.
I would bet against it right now. I think, well, just because I think they're pretty likely to be in the 9 or 10.
Yes,
I agree. They've got a really good path to be in the 10. So, or bad path, whichever way you want to look at it.
I guess it matchup depending. Because if they get the Kings, then I would take the Lakers. If they get the Suns or Pelicans, I do not take the Lakers.
Yeah, and also I'm taking if the Warriors are at home, I'm certainly favoring the Warriors over the Lakers. True. So
and I think the Warriors trend upwards better than the Lakers do. Okay, I think you can play in.
I'd probably make them like 40% to make the playoffs, maybe slightly less. I would need to look at their schedule and see how bad LeBron's foot injury is. But if it's anything that's going to keep him out, they're pretty cooked.
I think that's fair. On to the Dallas Mavericks. I think this is a play-in team. I think they have a very strong chance of getting eliminated in the play-in tournament. I mean, they can't play defense. They've struggled as of late, but they can't play defense. And that's going to catch up to them. They're on a bit of a fall here. What do you see the Dallas Mavericks doing?
Yeah, I agree. They're I can't say they're not a play-in team because I'm way less confident they're in the playoffs than the Pacers or the Magic or whoever's going to be in the East play-in.
Well, don't worry about the East. We'll just.
I'm just saying as a comparison point. I'm not like. Yeah, I think the Mavs are likelier to make the playoffs and miss it for sure, but it's like very much within the realm of possibilities that they miss.
All right.
Luka, pretty unserious as well of late. He puts up insane stat lines, but again, it's just you watch him play and it's pretty frustrating. Yeah, they're pretty unlikely to make it to the 6, so playing team seems about right to me.
If we have to move him up, so we have 6 teams ahead, then we'll change it. But for now, I think it's a good spot. Denver,
contenders, for sure. They're
very good.
Yeah, they're 1 seed. They've jumped to me to being. They've clearly turned it on post All-Star break. Jokic looks really good. They're a clear tier 2 team in the league.
I agree. Next up, Houston Rockets. They're
missing
fun.
the playoffs, but I totally respectable missing the playoffs. The only thing is that where do they go? Are they really gonna? I could see them kind of becoming like Kings good, maybe, but I don't really see the path to them being actually good. But fun season for them.
Going forward,
yeah, like Şengün's good. Green's been okay of late.
Amon Thompson getting a serviceable 3-pointer, but that's
a good point. Yeah,
that's
and Cam Whitmore is actually really good. They've got a bit of a future.
Let's go to the Golden State Warriors.
Playing
team.
They've got a shot.
Well, somebody's got to make the playoffs out of the play-in tournament. I would probably.
No, but they're.
So they'll be in the play-in tournament, but
they're not. They're more likely than not to be the 9 or 10. I would say. They're
only a half game back at Dallas. I think they're better than Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas
is close. They're pretty close. I don't know. I think that's a fair group. I think all 3 of those teams are actually pretty similar.
We can amend later. Clippers.
I'll go dark horse. I don't.
You don't think? Okay.
No.
I think you had them as the number 1 team in the West either last week or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, I'm really. Maybe they're a contender. They actually, odds-wise, are there.
I think they're a contender.
I'm falling a bit out of love. They've been so bad of late. They've played massive minutes. They have big injury concerns. They have the Harden problem.
Do you
I
think
think
they're really behind like where the Nuggets are?
yes. I think they're considerably behind the Nuggets. I think they're much closer. I think they're like more likely than the other West. It's kind of like they're Milwaukee, but I would put them a little lower odds than Milwaukee. I'd have them probably the fourth best chance of winning the title, which
Okay.
maybe makes you a contender. It's really close.
Okay. Interesting. Let's go to the Spurs. They're tanking. Pretty simple. They've been fun second half of the season. Wembanyama's been amazing.
Wemby, man.
They're tanking. They're tanking.
Yeah, for sure. But Wemby's out of his mind how good this guy is.
Agreed. Timberwolves, now they're interesting. I think they're clearly a dark horse prior to the cat injury. Are you prepared to say that they've stepped down a tier with the cat injury? Because even if he is back in the playoffs, he won't be healthy. Where do you want to put the Timberwolves?
Yeah, I think they're a playoff team.
I unfortunately agree. I feel so bad for Timberwolves fans, but yeah, not a healthy cat. This is already a bottom half NBA offense. Without Cat, they get even worse there.
Yeah, they have a lot of playoff question marks with Cat, and now without him, it's going to be really tough. But we'll see. Maybe he's back, and then we upgrade him again.
Agreed. New Orleans, this team is good. Not just saying that because they obliterated the Raptors. This team's good. They're a very good defense. They're a very good offense. A lot of ways to score. Fingers crossed.
I've had many conversations over the past few days of should I be betting the New Orleans Pelicans to win the West. The odds are just kind of ridiculous. I don't see why they're so much less likely than, all the teams around them. They're fifth in adjusted net right now. They're just really solid. They kind of suck as a playoff team in terms of construction, but no one's that good. But I would still have them as a playoff team. Even now, I don't think they're more likely out of the West than Minnesota, but if you can get 30-1,
I think
put a couple dollars on it.
Do you put them above or below Minnesota? Minnesota will probably
below
still home seed, so
yeah,
they're below. I think they're better though.
Yeah.
But home seed.
Also, New Orleans, Zion was out, I believe, last year in the playoffs, and they had a really good showing.
They missed playoffs.
When was it? 2 years ago they played Phoenix, or last year they played Phoenix?
It was 2 years ago they played Phoenix.
They missed the playoffs last year.
Pretty sure. Wait, because I'm pretty sure Minnesota. Yeah, because the Lakers got out of the play-in tournament, and
yeah, you're right.
Minnesota
they were not
also
in the
got out of
playoffs.
the play-in tournament.
2 years ago they played Phoenix.
Yeah, and had like a competitive.
It was a great series
that looked like they could beat the Suns at one point.
Yeah. It was a really good series. So could be a fun playoff team.
That seems
Thunder. Good. I'm going dark horse.
I think the dark horse as well. I think they've got.
They're just really good. Great path to the 1 seed with Cat out. So clearly have a shot. And also, I've been having some conversations about betting them to win the West.
Let's go to the Phoenix Suns. Are they playoff or are they dark horse?
This one's a tough one. I don't really believe in this team very much.
I probably want to put them as the highest playoff team on this list.
I agree. I think they're pretty clearly a tier below OKC.
And that gives us our 6 playoff teams, and we can maybe add in one more later. Let's go to Portland. They're tanking.
Yeah.
Will they be ahead of the Spurs?
Yes.
The
Spurs aren't going to win 4 more games. I don't think.
Yeah. Agreed. Sacramento, probably a play-in team at this stage.
I think they're a playoff team.
But you think they get out of the play-in tournament?
Well, yeah, it's tough because they just have a really good path of not being in the play-in. They're only a half game back of Phoenix right now.
Okay, fair enough.
And tied in the loss column as 11-point favorites today. They might as well be tied with Phoenix.
Yeah, that's good. Let's go to the Jazz.
Tanking.
They're tanking?
Well, Lauri Markkanen has an injury that
right.
I didn't see it. I don't know if you did. It's mythical, and he's missed a bunch of games. They love tanking the Jazz, and it makes sense. They're going to try getting their pick. I think it's top 10 protected.
Okay, and Memphis, that team, that is a tanking team right there.
They're tanking so bad that Zaire Williams can't play for them. He's out for like 3 months now.
So we got everything in order here. Do you like it at the bottom in terms of the seeding? This is what I would have it as.
Yeah, well, the Jazz could finish above Houston, but Houston's just much more respectable. They're trying way harder, but I think Houston finishes above Utah anyway. I don't think we're going to see much Markkanen or Clarkson going forward.
Okay.
So I think we're good. I like this tier.
Well, we're gonna have to pick one of these play-in teams as who we think will make the playoffs.
Oh, because you're saying we need 8 right now.
We need 8 playoff teams.
Got you.
Or higher. So
okay. So we're defining play-in team as like eliminated in the play.
Yeah, for the sake of this, yes, I agree they're on the same tier. But for coming back and looking later, let's see if we can get who that playoff team will be.
Ooh, this is a tough question here.
My pick is Golden State.
I think I agree.
All right, so we'll put Golden State at the back here. They're probably better than the Kings, but the Kings have a path to being top 6, so
yeah,
more likely.
I definitely think the Kings are more likely a playoff team than Golden State, even though Golden State's a better team.
All right, so there we have it. Western Conference
might be worth flying out to the West Coast for the NBA playoffs, so the games are at 7 for the West games, because like the East games, the first round is gonna be kind of boring, but this is gonna be ridiculous.